Hello Saber Junkies. Today we have a flagship with a Flagship Crystal Chamber Extension, which are now available on the Saber Armory website. This hilt was etched by Nick over at Ng Sabers and sent to me to do the electrical install. Also, sleeves on the handle the blanks were made by me and then sent to Nick. So I'm going to try to show these. It's kind of difficult to see them, but when you hold it, you can definitely feel it. It's a really amazing handle on this hilt. I want to show the hilt first before I do anything else. Nice gold and blue colors on this. The etching is just beautiful. It is just things like this here is recessed, and I mean all the way down to these two pieces here with the knurling, what looks like knurling. I'm not sure how Nick did this. I believe he did this with acid edging. This is really cool. But for the handle that I was talking about, this piece here, all the way down to here, all the way up to here, this entire piece right here is all a top layer, and then this piece is the under layer. So you can see this actually goes through there. So this part here, down and up to here, it's hard to tell in the camera. I can see it so easily with my naked eye here, but it may be difficult to see on camera. It's just two layers, and it is just a fantastic job. It was difficult finding the tubing for this, and I actually had to adjust the tubing. Had to turn it out to make it slide on top and make it slide on top of the handle. So there was a little bit of machine work there done on the lathe for that. And then of course Nick did his magic on it. Okay, so as far as the install goes, I did change up a few things for Jerald, by the way, which is who this hilt is for. Jerald, when you go to tighten it, it'll snug right there, but you just keep going. What that's doing right there is lining it up plus pushing on the speaker. So you just go like that, and now you're lined up. So on this one, I left everything shiny. I did not do any type of weathering. Same thing goes with inside the crystal chamber. I left the fins where the wire runs through, as well as the plasma gate that spins, all natural polished brass. And this cover here, polished brass. So my latest design just has what looks like tubing, you know, that I've painted. I wanted something a little different. Got the new style kill switch on it that I got from Australia. These are, I love these switches. They're just so smooth. They're larger, so sometimes it's hard to get them in some hilts, but I was really glad that I was able to get it in this one. So we've got some magnets that hold this piece on. We've got a 18650 battery here and a Profi V3.9. Jerald, when it comes to popping this up, you will need something, you know, just thin. You can pop it up right here, just a little bit, each side. That way you can get to your SD card. And now you can get to your SD card as well as your USB port, and then locking it down. The reason that I have these pads covered is because it will ground out if it's not pushed down far enough. There are wires underneath here, so sometimes the wires get under the board. So if you want to look down in there and take tweezers or whatever, just make sure you move those wires out of the way, and you won't have any problems. But just in case, I went ahead and covered these so that it wouldn't ground out. So nice fit on there. Now
my ally is the Force.
Also, we have a dual tactile switch here in brass from TJ over at Ng Sabers. It's a very nice dual tactile switch that I use quite a bit. So I've got this plasma gate set on a low setting right now. It can be sped up just by changing the blade style. Right now it's sitting at 10/60/10 if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that range. I'm sorry, 100,60,10, somewhere in that range. And you can turn it all the way up to 255, 255, which will give you white, and that'll be full speed. I did want to say that I do have the animations there with the stock V4 with the cover on it, because I know that you like those, Jerald, so made sure to do that on this one.
Time for Jedi.
Of course, you can change those to whatever you want. So on the handle, we're going to get ourselves, so I do have a shim down here, so you get that bass sound, and it's awesome. Just an absolute beautiful sound to it. And the 24 millimeter speaker is from KR Sabers. It's a 4 ohm 3 watt speaker. Is it 4 ohm, or it's a 4 ohm, maybe a 2 watt speaker? I think that's right. There we go. I had to find it. Forgot to say that we have 19 LEDs on one side here and 16 on the other. And I have my covers here. So these covers I designed to go over the strips are printed in translucent resin. I think they make all the difference in the world when it comes to these LEDs, because you don't want them just absolutely shining in your face with full brightness. It's nice to have them diffused like this. And they are also basically snap fit in there. So they're not glued in, which means that I could take this right here and pry up on them and get them out. And this, one of the main reasons is if an LED or something goes out, it makes it a lot easier to change. I have glued them in other builds.
Something inside me has always been there, but now it's awake.
Is it, guys. I would definitely give a shout out to Nick, tell him how great of a job he did on this, because it's absolutely beautiful. So if you're not already, you should go follow him on Instagram and Facebook. I think he posts most on Instagram, but he's also on TikTok too. So, well, You guys have a good one, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.